Okay, these are the most insane sim racing glasses in the world because I am, and this is a world's first, never ever been done before, I am playing Gran Turismo 7 on a pair of glasses, and there's nothing connected here. There's no cable in these glasses, there's nothing like external power, they're not tethered even to my phone. If I look to the left here, which is weird as I go around the right handed corner, you can see I can still drive in Gran Turismo 7. If I look to the right as well, this is obviously not recommended to drive like this, I can still drive and I can navigate my way through the first chicane and get an overtake done. So what the hell is going on here? In this video I'm going to explain what these glasses are, how I got the idea to do sim racing like this, and obviously I'm going to go through the pros and the cons. So these are the Inmo Air 3 glasses. I saw these for the first time in Las Vegas at CES. I went to CES to see the world's best and latest technology, and these glasses really surprised me. In fact, they surprised me so much, I said to the team, I said, please let me review one of these back in the UK in sim racing. I think it could potentially be quite cool, but I had no idea if it would even work. So they sent me a pair of these glasses. This is not sponsored, they haven't paid me, this isn't a sponsored video or anything, it's just a review, and they are working, and I'm surprised how faff-free it's been to get them working. So in these glasses here, I have a screen obviously, and they're like super bright, 600 nit brightness on the screen. It's like, I think maybe like 150 inches simulated or something, wide field of view as well. Looks like we're running at 60 FPS, so absolutely fine for Gran Turismo 7. And they're very different to the other XR glasses I've been reviewing recently because there's not a lot of complication going on with the lens in terms of optics. There's no mirrors or anything. They still use the same Sony micro OLED panels we're seeing in a lot of these glasses, but they're not very, very bulky. If I look to the side here, you can see there's not a lot going on. Does that mean I'm going to blow through my braking zone? It's pretty insane to be sim racing like this, as I'm also reviewing a video, because the interesting thing about these glasses, and this is what I've complained about in other glasses, is that they are transparent. Like, I can see the screen here on the right hand side, I can see the camera obviously, I can see this other camera here, because they're transparent. And what that means is, for stuff like productivity, I can be sat here working on my screen, but then I can also have here, you know, the football on, or the Formula 1 on, or I can have YouTube videos on, which is absolutely crazy. And yeah, they are standalone. So what's going on? I need to tell you. These have a Snapdragon XR processor in here. It has 8GB of RAM, it's got 128GB of storage off the bat, and it's running Android. Okay, so you can run all your Android apps on here. So I'm running PS5 Remote Play, and this controller is directly connected to my glasses. This controller is not connected to PS5, it's connected to my glasses, because this is essentially almost like a phone that you wear on your head. So it can do everything. It even has cameras here, and I can take videos and photos, which is pretty crazy because this is starting to feel like a device that you could potentially wear a lot of the time. Now, because it is standalone, it has battery life. That means the battery is going to run out. You do have to charge it, so it's not like an all-day device. But if you're going on a train journey or something, you can pop these on. You can look out the window, but then you can also be watching a movie or playing a game. You know, if you're working, it's obviously private because no one can see what you're doing on the screen. For input, you're wondering, okay, how do you control these glasses? How does it work? They come with this ring in here, which is like a pretty crazy contraption because you basically point and it knows what to do. So I'm going to cancel because I press something. And it's like a magical pointer. It's got a touchpad here that can use as a touchpad and also to select and go back, etc. Also in the box, it comes with a like traditional like touchpad, which is absolutely fantastic. You just kind of have that down here and you're scrolling it and going through stuff. It also, crazily, has a touchpad on the glasses. There's somewhere here a touchpad, which I think at the moment, because I'm using this, I'm not using the touchpad here, but it has a touchpad on the glasses. And also in the box, it comes with this, which I'm going to try and connect. This is going to be pretty crazy if it works. But basically, this can turn it into a more like sunglasses form factor. It's very diffused. It's very like matte. And now that means that the screen is maybe a little bit brighter. For me, it's plenty bright already, but the background is sort of like blurred out. So if you want to have like the traditional XR glass experience, you can do that. But to be honest, most of the time, I think I'm just going to have it like this because the screen is bright enough it's there. I can control it with this ring, which, you know, might look unusual, but once you get the hang of it for double tapping and everything, it's quite interesting to use. But what I want to show you is I want to show you through the lens. We'll try and do it live now. It's a bit difficult to get a camera there, so if it doesn't work, I'll show you some B-roll. As my baby is, how are you doing? So yeah, as a dad, I can see my baby right now. I'm not like blocked out, which is pretty crazy. Okay, so here you go. This is Gran Turismo in the glasses. So here's the glasses. You can see the screen there. And as you go in, it appears, and that is like a super bright screen in your eyes, 1080p. And I think we're running at 60 FPS. Obviously, there's a screen for each eye, and it's massive. And there's different ways these glasses work. At the moment, I've just got it like so it's centered there. So wherever I look, you can see the screen. I think there's other ways of like pinning it. You have to use other apps. Absolutely unreal, and the form factor's crazy. They haven't really got too hot. Obviously, there's battery in here, so there will be a bit warm. I think as well, this is maybe... Where is the camera? I think as well, this is an SD card slot, it seems like, on the side. So it looks like you can slot an SD card in there, and you can have your music and movies and whatnot. This is the touchpad, if I can get it focused, on the side. So there's a little touchpad there. And yeah, pretty insane. I've got a little ring on my thumb that I'm controlling it with. This is absolutely insane. I'm controlling the camera in Gran Turismo 7 with my ring. This is insane. Even my baby's like, what's going on here? This is just the future. This is the future. So this is a great demonstration actually of how the ring works. How am I doing that? Because in fact, I can put the ring onto throttle. Surely not. Oh, I'm driving with the ring. So there we go. I pressed R2, and now I can try and get to the. It's very complicated, but you can see like this is absolute madness here. So these are the Inmo Air 3 glasses. I'll put all the description in the bottom of the price and everything. They're not going to be cheap. Put it like that. But they're not tethered to anything physically. They run on battery power. It's a very bright 600-nit screen, 1080p. And let me know if you want me to try and do like PC sim racing on this. I reckon I can do this with a wheel here, and I reckon I can have it so you can see. I reckon you can have it so you can see the wheel on your real-world screen, but then also you can see like the in-mode display, like massive here, like being in a cinema, and you can actually. It's like a mixed reality experience. I reckon I can get that working. I need to spend more time. So let me know in the comments if you want to see that. But yeah, Gran Turismo 7 in glasses, it actually works, which is a madness. So yeah, please subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.